Every 3 to 6 months, the same story comes from some corner of the ignorant world that is American politics. Video games make violent children, if you did not know. It is a fact that has been backed up by mountains of research, and wait, I'm sorry, this just came in, video games do not lead to heightened aggression. Odd, if you talk to any politician over the age of 40, you would think this is simply a fact of complete sound psychological research. There is quite a large body of research to shore up the theory that prolonged playing in video games without the balance of proper interaction socially can lead to heightened feelings of aggression in children, with this effect diminishing the older the child becomes. This type of behavior can manifest in several different outlets and does not inherently come out in a violent manner. This same phenomenon can be seen in children that spend too much time on their phone, on a tablet, surfing the internet, watching TV or movies, and spending hours on social media. The correlation between mental illness and social media consumption is a much more concrete and provable psychological manifestation in mainstream American society. I find it odd that we do not hear politicians constantly talking about taxing, regulating, and making aspects of social media age-restricted or illegal. I have a small suspicion that if politicians could find a way to network into video game screens and market themselves at gamers while they were playing, these same politicians that would tax video games now wouldn't dream of a tax or greater regulation on video games then, much in the same way they respect the toxic relationship of social media. The issue of trying to regulate video games and tax them as some sort of smut that is clouding the minds of young in our society is laughable. There are simply so many other things in mainstream American culture that need to be addressed that are continuing to contribute to our current social ills. While I will own the idea that overconsumption of video games is not inherently healthy for the player, nothing in excess is. This brings us to the current situation in Pennsylvania. State Representative Quinn, who wants to pay for school security by taxing violent video games, or so the headlines read. At first glance, when I saw the news, I thought, this is wonderful. Chris wants to hire security guards at all the schools and make schools safe again for children. Or maybe Chris wants to use the tax dollars for more police to patrol around schools and neighborhoods. Wait, I was mistaken. That is not, in fact, what Chris wants to do. What Chris means by making schools safer is using the new tax revenue to create a board of professional bureaucrats that can look at how violent video games affect the current culture of violence in our young male youth and make recommendations to schools on how to combat this surge in destructive behavior that is crushing the innocent structure that is our public educational institutions. That's right, Chris has stumbled across the solution to solving the social ills of our society. All you need to do is create a government board to gather misinformed opinions on the issues, and it'll just all go away. Chris needs to run for president. With this can-do attitude bathed in the sweet sauce of stupid ignorance, it can only lead to victory based on our current democratic process in action.